What's going on, guys? It is T90 Official here with another episode of The Most Annoying Strategy. I think we're at 3 episodes now, and it's something I haven't been able to do in a couple months, but this one was sent to me by a viewer, and I think it fits. So first off, I'd like to thank everybody for helping me reach the 60,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. That is a crazy achievement, but that is only just the beginning, guys. Thank you so much. I have a lot of future plans for the stream and for the YouTube channel and for growing this community. Thank you all, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. You're amazing. I'm so blessed that I can do this and affect so many people. I never expected to have an audience. Back when I was called T90XVI, I just wanted to do this for fun, and here we are now. And I'm having success with it, which I'm really happy about, and I can't really take credit, guys. I just have to thank you all for doing what you do for me. Also, I should say that if you're watching this within a day or two after the upload, my 24-hour stream is this weekend, and I think I'll upload 2 videos that are mentioning that. So just to pound it home, I'm going to be streaming Age of Empires 2, mainly casting Age of Empires 2 for 24 hours straight. We will have Riot Dash joining the stream to co-cast a big series between Tato and MBL. I will have Force Nothing games. I will have Everything Nothing games. All types of Nothing games. Community games. Co-op challenges with Dave and Hart. And much, much more. So I hope you guys can at least stop by to say hello. I know many of you might not be into Twitch and the whole live streaming thing. But it would be a good time for you to stop by and say hello. It'd be great to get to talk to people and see new faces. Let's get to this game, though. I know many of you in the future are like, what the hell, man? There's no 24-hour stream. That happened a few weeks ago. Yeah, I apologize. We have a 4v4 here, and it is very, very rare that I cast 4v4s, unless it's experts. And this is not an expert game. This is, well, the team of trolls versus the team of unsuspecting victims. I'm going to introduce them, and then I will talk about the strategy we're going to see and why it is so annoying. It is probably the most annoying strategy that exists in Age of Empires 2. I mean, I know the series' most annoying strategy ever, but this particular aspect of Age of Empires 2 is probably the most annoying. In the blue, we have Daddy T900. Daddy T900, he's playing as the Persians. His ally as the pocket is Smaharthe. Smaharthe is playing as the Persians. In the yellow, we have No Doubt. Doubt is playing as the Persians. There's a theme here. In the green, we have a J Blue random map, and J Blue random map is green, which is very annoying. But anyway, J Blue is playing as the Persians. So, as you can see, they're all Persians. Introducing the enemy team, in the gray, we have Eric. Eric is playing as the Spanish. In the purple, then, we have Taken. Taken is playing as the Berbers. The other pocket is Sabigos, or Sabig Boss, and he's playing as the Burmese. And then his flank is Krangus McBasketball, playing as the Burmese. So, I mean, the big talking point immediately is the fact that one team, with free pick, chose Persians. Sometimes you have one person as Persians because of the team bonus and the strong economy in Paladin. But no. They have 4 people choosing Persians. Why would they do that? Well, let me explain. So, with the exception of Byzantines and Persians, every town center in this game has 2400 HP. So, we're looking at Teal here, and Teal has 2400 HP on this town center. So, if a unit is doing 1 damage, you need 2400 hits on this TC to kill it. Persians, they have 4800 HP on their town centers. They have double the HP. So if the game were to bug out and your TC would end up next to an enemy TC for whatever reason, if you both garrison villagers, your TC will last longer in the TC war. Now, fortunately, that just doesn't happen. The game is made to have different towns and have them spread far apart. But that's why you Persian douche. We've seen it quite a few times. There's a video out there. It is the Viper vs. Persian douche. So if you'd like to know how to beat the strategy at a pro level, you can watch that. I'll actually put that in the video description. We saw Tato, Persian douching, and drushing, and man, that was an exceptional game. In the last episode of the most annoying strategy ever. So we've seen it a few times, and if you've been around this community for a while, you know that this cheese strategy exists, but it is a strategy that makes you panic big time. So what you normally do is you go with more on wood than you normally use in your build order. You run forward with villagers. You delete your town center because you can only have one TC in the Dark Age. You delete this, and then you rebuild it right next to an enemy player who's not going to like you very much afterwards. Now, the beauty of this particular game is that we have a coordinated douche. This is a 4v4 douche. It is called Persian douche because, well, it's a douche move, and here are all the villagers running forward. So green is running forward, yellow's running forward, and this is actually, I mean, it's a huge risk, but it's not easy to do because you have to scout where people are. You know, in Daddy T900's position, he's actually scouted the pocket player, so he's going to run right by teal, and you know, you have to scout before 5 to 6 minutes to know where you're going to drop the TC, and then you have to risk everything coming forward. That's funny, teal could run right past him, as I guess he's running out to the deer. But yeah, this strategy is a troll strategy. It is an annoying strategy to be up against, and it is one that makes you panic. Again, if you watch the Viper vs. Whoop and the Viper vs. the Persian douche video, you can see how to respond to it. Normally, you just don't overreact. You don't, you know, throw a lot of villagers away to the enemy TC, and you relocate. Your economy will be stronger because you didn't have to delete your TC, and you kill them. But these are not pro players, and no offense to these guys, even though they are regulars in my stream and my YouTube. Yeah, you're not pro players, and they're going to make mistakes. So will the enemy team. And here it begins. Here it begins. So red has arrived, and I believe a TC will be dropped here. This will be beautiful because there's wood, berries, and it can range the TC. And here comes blue. So blue has arrived, and orange is like, what on earth is happening here? I didn't think you could have more than one town center. And, you know, he has tried to stop this with his own villagers. Unfortunately, it looks like the TC will go up. And we know what will happen. The villagers will just garrison and tell me this isn't the cheesiest strategy that exists in the game, because I can't think of anything else. 2 villagers down. Now, orange has just clicked to feudal age. You know what? This TC could go down before he hits feudal if he doesn't repair. But now he's panicking. So this might seem like a simple thing because he's only lost 2 villagers. He's sending a lot of villagers to gold. That doesn't really give him anything unless he maybe goes for archers or to use the market. This is where your normal build orders, the things that you used to learn the game, 4 on wood here, 2 on food here, etc., just gets thrown out the window. Forget build orders. It's all about how to adjust from here. Teal, seeing this TC on the way to feudal as well, and will hit feudal, also being walled out, and also now having to run away. You can see the build orders had kind of started here, right? Villagers on gold, villagers on stone, and now it's like, where do we go? What do we do? Somebody send help. And yellow now getting his TC up on this side as green gets his TC up here, and all purple got the worst of it, I think. 3 villagers, maybe 4 villagers down. The barracks has not been built yet. Oh, I can only imagine the salt. This is a coordinated douche, a 4v4 Persian douche, and I have to say this could actually be quite a close game. I've watched up until the 13-14 minute mark of this video, so I know the douche happened. I just don't know the result of the game. You know what Gray could potentially do if he has the resources for it. That's going to be a concern. What he could potentially do is just go to the villagers that are exposed now back at green space, and that's the same for pretty much all players. The team that has been douched, they have an opportunity now because they are in feudal age first. So if they aren't comfortable fighting this, they could go right to where the economy was. You could see Teal thinking about that with his starting scout. I mean, this is a good idea. There's nothing here to protect these villagers, and that you can't even make spears or skirms if you're in Dark Age. The problem, though, is just they're freaking out. They're thinking, what on earth is this? They're probably sweating. They might be angry. The chat hasn't shown here, but maybe they were like, F you guys for doing this. I don't know. But I will say, they have the score lead, and I will say that this isn't too awful for them, at least for now. The problem will be, for the team that's douching, the problem is their economy. Look at Blue's economy here. He's collecting some of the enemy sheep, but he's out of food. There's a reason that you don't relocate your town centers like this, because you don't have a wood line. You just don't have that economy set up. So Orange's economy still seems to be stronger in my eyes. The same could be said for Red over here. Red now stealing the berries, but that won't last too long. And we'll need to start from square one again, you know, going to wood and building farms, and that takes time. Now, I think the damage was potentially done, though, because I haven't seen any feudal age attack, really, from the players who were douched. And because of that, I mean, map control is so important in Age of Empires 2. I kind of feel like that the douching team will be in a nice position here. Gray, for example, I saw him repairing his TC for a while. Is he lacking wood? Oh, he is lacking wood. He can't rebuild the town center. So this is giving Yellow time to catch up. Oh, this is a smart idea. Yellow adding farms at home. So might be able to create vills and catch up there. And Gray still has to build that TC, and wherever he builds it, it will not be the prettiest of positions. Now, oh, I was just going to say this. I think a really good strategy behind this would just be tower rushing. And tower rushing is the best normal strategy you'll see to get good map control. And doing that after Persian douche is perfect because, well, oftentimes you might push them off of stone. So like here, green has pushed purple off of his stone. And, well, you know exactly where they went as well. You know they're not here, they're not here, they're not here. They have to be further back this way. And if purple doesn't build any, maybe walls or defensive towers, it could be trouble. And as you can see, the struggle is real. So, normally, I don't have a hard time following what's going on in these games. Age of Empires 2, while there's always something different to see, and it's always crazy, there's an order to it. I drush into archers, the archers will probably show up at this area at this time, etc. I tend to know what's going to happen, but this I just don't. So, it's very different, it's very messy, that is why the Persian douche exists and why it's successful. And speaking of messy here, you see Blue has built a tower, and Teal has actually reacted nicely to this. He needs to be careful because the tower is firing on his vills, but his TC is also killing Blue's villagers. And Teal has more vills here, and that stronger economy. Blue has definitely struggled in adding his own eco. He had to leave these farms to attack this. Again, it's scrappy, but I think Teal will come out on top here. If you don't have the economy, maybe you tower rush or something, and that's exactly what he's doing to try and take Orange off of that gold. And maybe some of the farms out here, is the economy setup is not perfect for Orange, that's for sure. There's a lot of exposed villagers. So let's go back to Gray. Gray has built a new TC. Oh, but Yellow is also tower rushing. So this tower denies the gold. With a new tower that could go up here, it would deny the wood. And I think Gray realizes, I need to get out of here, and he is just leaving. So he rebuilt a town center, but he's completely surrounded, so he's just going to run. And there he goes. Oh, he needs to be careful because of these wolves. I always jinx people. There's always T90 woos. Villagers always die to wolves. How much you want to bet? Oh, yeah, there's more wolves out here. There's going to be some death, some wolf action. And I think she's going to be the one to go down. All the wolves seem to want to attack her. Woo, woo, woo. Let's look on down at green and purple. And oh my goodness, purple. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is so bad. You can tell he's panicking big time. He has some gold here, but that's going to be towered. He's going to lose access to his wood as well. He can't come here for wood because of green's tower presence on the hill. Oh, he could be completely surrounded. I don't think he can realistically run. And if he runs into wolves. Blue is still building towers here. You can see orange is taking some losses and he's off gold. You know, I will say that teal is in castle though. And oh, he's building a second town center here. This is funny. He's like, it's not technically a Persian douche. He's just building a TC on blue. Like, here, how does this feel? Blue overreacting a little bit. Trying to build a tower to deny this. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I think one villager will die, max, and the TC will go up. Yeah, it'll go up. It'll go up, maybe. Come on, don't lose another one. Yeah, I was right. One villager, max. And then TC goes up. What a crazy game. Yeah, there was a T90 Woo here, so she died. There's more wolves. Can you imagine how tilted Gray is at the moment? I sure would be. We got to give him props for staying alive, though. He has no food to create villagers at the moment. Yellow has all of his resources now. Yellow actually has quite a bit of economy. Oh, yeah, look at the farms. Yeah, lots of farms at home. And poor Purple, as another tower is going up from green, he just resigns. Now, two of his allies are in the castle age, but this cannot be the best situation for them. Wow! That was going to be 3 siege workshops from Orange. He's not messing around. But what he doesn't have is gold. He doesn't have his main gold, his secondary is here, and his third is here, so I don't see how he's going to be able to create siege beyond selling some of the food, which he really doesn't have, and the wood, which he might be struggling for soon. Teal pressuring with a Mangonel here. So blue is definitely the worst player on his team as far as the position goes. He's definitely struggling. He could be in trouble. But, oh, Red's gonna drop a castle. I thought it was another TC. No, he's gonna drop a castle here on teal, so blue is kind of the meat shield now. He's the distraction. And teal hit castle age and had access to Mangonels for a while now, but he can't stop this castle from going up, and that means no gold for him too. He might be able to take this, but this could get worse as you see there's the siege workshop from Red, and he could add his own Mangonels. I don't think teal knows this has gone up. He's not going to be happy when he sees it. He's lost quite a few villagers there. And I think the douching team is looking good for them, isn't it? I think they're going to get the victory. Now, if blue ends up getting defeated somehow, this would even things out into a 3v3. But orange and teal are in very uncomfortable positions. And the douching team is much more comfortable. They're not being pressured at all at home. And they're applying all the pressure. Okay, don't tell me that's an elephant. Oh, petards! Oh, God! So it only takes 5 petards to kill a town center. It takes 10 to kill a Persian town center, but the Persian team is being aggressive, so they don't have to worry about that. Of course it's petards. Of course it's petards. As if this is not annoying enough. Poor teal is about to get his TC petarded. This is such a petarded strat. And oh, okay, there's a castle from teal to maybe stop any units from coming in too far. But I mean, he still doesn't have gold. Blue just needs to stay alive here and wait for his teammates to get involved. Green, well, his economy is disgusting. He is not close to clicking up to castle. Yellow, though, yeah, he's about to hit castle and he's adding stables. So, I mean, once knights show up, I don't even care if there's no upgrades on them. Just 3 knights would do so much here. It'd pick off the Mangonels. It would pick off all of these villagers. And oh, holy towers from green. This is why green's economy is atrocious. He's tower rushing orange. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 towers and maybe more. This is ridiculous. It goes green, orange, blue, teal, red. All in one area of the screen. And then the TC has been petarded down as well. Of course it has been. 2 castles now for red, so double the petards. I think he will find out the hard way that this castle is here, and he'll lose a Mangonel or 2. But for McBasketball and for Sebig and for Eric, and we've kind of forgotten about Eric up here, this is not good for them. Funny that Eric is actually taking the gold of greens. Green is taking purple's gold. And yellow, he's taking gray's gold. But here come the knights, and I can tell that yellow is a pretty solid player. You know, lots of farms, Persian eco now helping out. And I think once the knights arrive, it's going to be bad news bears for orange and for teal, who have really been the focus here after gray relocated into that safe area. Villagers can die here. And more petards from red. He's going to commit to this to maybe try and kill a castle. And yet, teal is going to resign first. And you got to give credit to blue for surviving so long. Building lots of towers, repairing the TC, and repairing the towers as well. And now there's only 2 people left, and I think it's just a matter of time now. There's just no way, and yeah, orange resigns, and then poor Eric. Eric is up here. It seems like he has been found by yellow. And, of course, yellow's stables are very close. And Eric says GG 11. And the Persian team calls the GG right back. What a ridiculous game. And what a well-coordinated strategy. Now, I'll say it again. If you want to do this strategy against one of your friends, just accept the fact they might no longer be your friend after the match concludes. Don't do it if they've just joined the Age of Empires community as well. Do not push them away, but this strategy is so annoying, and it actually was effective here. You know, again, I definitely recommend you guys watch the Viper versus the Persian Douche video, which is in the video description. That shows you how you can deal with it. But this could not have been expected. I know they all chose Persians, but a team effort with a Persian Douche, that is just something else. What a game. So, I know that this particular game, this cast, is a part of my most annoying strategy series. That series just kind of happened. I made the first video, which was ridiculously popular. Then the second, the third, and I imagine the fourth will also be popular. I don't take requests for these games because I get a lot of games sent in, and quite frankly, I don't really have the time to review matches, and it's just very difficult to do it that way. So I want to make that clear. I unfortunately cannot look at all your games with the way I do things currently. But the reason I brought this up for those of you on YouTube is because I'm curious on if you guys would be interested in an idea I have. There's a YouTuber called Barbecue Turkman who's not really that active with content creation nowadays, but he's one of the first people I watched when I started watching videos years ago. And he had a series which I recommend checking out, and I'll link in the video description, called Wacky Wednesday. And quite simply, I think it was maybe one day a month, he had challenges that he announced on his social media. And then there was an email where people sent their games in to Barbecue Turkman. And while I wouldn't call it Wacky Wednesday, because we need to be a little bit original, Troll Tuesdays, Troll Thursdays, Freaky Funky Fridays, Sexy Saturdays. I don't think that would be the best name, but I'll think of names. And if you guys would like to try this out, I could certainly try it out. If you are interested, give me thoughts in the comments, please, because I think it's a cool idea to get the community involved, and it would be fun to see different strategies tried. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Once again, I will be streaming Age of Empires 2 for 24 hours on Saturday. So this Saturday, you might be seeing this past that point. There will be more 24-hour streams in the future. But if you're seeing this within a couple days of upload, then make sure to stop by and say hello. I'd love to see you there. I guess I should show you the achievements before we go. I have no problem doing that. Blue getting more kills. And as a team, I think that the douchers got more kills, which is pretty incredible. You as we look at the eco stats, I think the mistake from the team that got douched was not taking advantage of their feudal age. Orange and Teal specifically, who are the two strongest players, they went to castle before they really did anything with military. If they went archers, if they built their own towers, I feel like it would have been a very different game for them. And there's the technology stats. The society stats as well. This will be interesting to see the vil counts. I mean, we know that purple was having problems. And orange was having problems as well. Look at that. They're in the mid-20s with their vil counts. Well played from the Persian douching team. And guys, I'll see you all next time.